I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Oh.
Fucking finally, bro. We get a break.
Shit on the Breakroom couch.
What?
Who took a shit on the Breakroom couch? What the fuck is that?
Did you just sit and shit?
No, like, you're sitting on it.
I'm sitting and shit? Oh my. Has Art been here?
He hasn't been here for a couple weeks, bro. I don't know what happened.
Are you sure he doesn't just pop in? Did you give him keys?
No, I didn't.
Oh, thank God. Is it Scabby?
I don't even have keys. I just appear.
I guess I'm the only one with keys.
I live in the basement. I don't know what you're talking about.
You live in the basement. Who else is down there with you?
Just me and Scabby, man.
Scabby, I thought so. Fucking Scabby, man. He hasn't popped up in a really, well, no, I guess he popped up last episode for a second, right? But
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's less frequent now that Jimmy's back on his thing. When's the next Dab of Death coming?
We are still doing some research on some stuff. Hopefully soon.
Okay, gotcha, cool. Yeah, man. Well, welcome to the Break Room, and everyone who's listening in, if you haven't yet listened to a Break Room episode, fuck off. Just kidding. Go listen to the other Break Room episode, but this episode, and when we take our breaks, it's really for us to just hang out, shoot the shit. We're not talking about any movies. We're not giving you any recommendations.
Well, we're going to talk about what we watched this week, but
yeah, but we're not doing any deep dives, So, fuck off. No, I'm
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Why are you in the back? The back is for employees only. Yeah. Anyway, fuck, man. So, how's your week been?
It's been pretty busy. Well, yesterday we pretty much chilled around the house because it was like raining all day.
Yeah.
We took Sam to his first swimming lesson. Today was his second.
Oh.
He had fun. Then I had a doctor's appointment. And now I'm here.
Nice. No, that's good, man. How's So yesterday was the 4th of July. So you got rain up there?
Yeah, it was like flooding from like 1 p.m. to like almost 4:30ish.
Damn. Okay.
So like we like really didn't do much, but like we played outside when it was like sunny out, but like
yeah,
too rainy.
Yeah,
we pretty much just cleaned the house in that time.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we
did have our hot dogs and burgers though.
Oh, nice, good.
Yeah.
All right. Did you make them in the pressure cooker?
No, that'd be weird though.
I'm just kidding.
The beef would just be like.
Mikey really likes stew. He's been making a lot of stew lately. So if you guys haven't gone and checked out a Dab of Death podcast with Mikey and Jimmy, go check it out. It's on Spotify. It's all over the place. Their very last episode that they did a true crime deep dive episode into Joe. I think it's Metheny, but
we pronounce it Metheny.
Yeah, it looks like Metheny. For those of you who don't know who Joe Metheny is, he was someone who was very, very evil, and
he ate people.
He killed and
had his own little like food cart where he'd serve human to people.
Humans.
Wrong pig.
Yeah. So when you thought you were eating pulled pork, you were actually eating pulled human. Pulled human. During that episode coming out of Dab of Death, because how disgusting Mikey was during that show, and all the things you were saying. It's mostly because you were bringing up like the different kinds of foods. And
well, he was
ruining
telling
them.
me like one thing was like off the menu now. I think it was burgers him and his family were going to have. And then I was just like, Well, we're making stew tomorrow, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to eat that. So we just start naming like chili and other kinds of foods.
Right, and it got all the way down to like, what were you guys talking about?
Chili.
Yeah.
You said the chili when you heard it. You said the chili was the grossest part.
Right, yeah, chili was really bad, but there was one other thing that I really liked in there that I can't remember. Barbacoa. Oh my god.
Oh, that was Jimmy who said that. Yeah.
Dude, you guys, I love barbacoa. Like I
Me
love
too.
a good barbacoa taco, but I hate you both. So anyway, I'm really excited for the next Dab of Death. You guys haven't announced what it is yet, but I'm excited to hear it whenever it comes out. Yeah, so the 4th, my family and we hung out. I took the day off, I grilled up some, we actually did something weird. We didn't do like burgers and dogs. We did, pork Slovaki. So it's kind of like a Greek pork pita deal.
So it's almost like a gyro, right?
Yeah, like a gyro.
Oh, that sounds
with,
so. I can go for one right now.
It was really good. It's like a lemon garlic marinade kind of deal.
I think we've ruined gyros now.
Oh yeah.
Because we're just talking about that now. You're talking about this
because of pork people. I know. Yeah, man.
Just shave it down.
Fuck off, Mike. God, shit, man. I'm never gonna be able to eat anything. I'm just gonna become a vegetarian. That's it. But anyway,
save us both.
So we grilled out. We had fun. Our neighbors were throwing a little block party, so we, we thought about stopping by, but I'm antisocial, so I didn't go.
I don't really talk to my neighbors either.
Yeah. Well, anywho, that was the weekend. So before we start kind of just like shooting the shit talking about what we watched, I do want to just remind you guys who are so rudely interrupting our break that last week you went home with New York Ripper from 1982, Quiet Place to Kill from 1970, Crimes of the Black Cat from 1972, Bloody Birthday from 1981, and Oliver and Company from 1988. And I fully expect that you return these to the front desk where Balthazar is manning the desk without covering them in spit or shit and making sure that they're fully rewound. So anyway, that was last week's selection there.
There was a blood vial on top of Oliver and Company. I was scared.
Oliver and Company? Why would they put
someone was pouring, I stopped them and they ran out of the store, but they were
was
pouring
it like fucking Machine Gun Kelly who was here?
No, they were just pouring what? That's the most random thing.
He and what's that girl's Megan Fox? They have like each other's vials of blood.
No, I think it's her and what's his name?
Billy Bob Thornton?
No. Her ex-husband. What's his name?
I don't fucking know.
Something off. I don't even remember.
The only reason that I know that is because that they were dating and they carried each other's blood around their necks. Like,
well,
I know
no,
that
somebody's
was them.
pouring vials of blood all over the VHSs lately.
Is it Machine Gun Kelly?
No, I don't let them in the store.
Yo, okay. Well, if you guys see Machine Gun Kelly walking around the store, you fucking kick him out. He's not welcome here. All right. I thought Eminem took care of him once and for all, but obviously he's still around. So
no, he bullied him all the way into pop punk.
I know, isn't that wild?
It wasn't even
whole
good,
like genre change.
Yeah, he got bullied so hard. I mean, don't talk about a man's daughter. I don't know.
No, you don't. You don't. Yeah,
especially Eminem.
Your career's ended. You just don't. You shouldn't mess with Eminem when it comes to like diss
his daughter
or his daughter, his family, his career. Just leave him alone. Like the man did so much work, like just let him. Don't talk shit about him unless you just want to get wrecked. So anyway. Yeah, so again, if you guys haven't returned all of those movies yet, go take them up to Balthazar and get out of the fucking break room. Jesus. No, but for real. So these break room episodes, we did one in episode 4, and it's really just a way for Mikey and I to talk and hang out and, whatever, and you guys can listen in. But, it's a little bit different than our standard episode. We're not going to deep dive anything. We'll talk about what we've watched. We'll talk about stuff that we're doing. And
yeah, it'll kind of feel like the beginning of our episodes, but without
it's
topic.
the whole, right, exactly. The whole episode will be like our intro. So, yeah, that's that.
I mean, I already opened my Monster as we opened the episode. You didn't say a word.
I know, because we're in the break room. I don't give a shit. I did hear it, though.
Damn it, I waited.
Right? Next episode, though, when we're talking about a movie, I'm going to be like, Mikey, what the... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, so we, the TikTok's doing okay. The little video that I made for New York Ripper, like the
How's it
trailer,
gone? Like, yeah, how many?
it's got like 40 likes or something.
Oh, wow.
So if you guys found us from TikTok, welcome. Hope you enjoy the show.
You'll be able to see me eventually. My camera's broken currently.
Yeah, so if you're watching us on YouTube, because I do post the episodes on YouTube, it's just like me like staring at you, and then you hear a voice. So Mikey is technically like right here. He's right here next to me, but you just can't see him because he's actually a ghost. So, yeah.
Sort of.
How is it in the ethereal plane?
It's kind of scary.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's around you?
Scabby Man.
Fuck. Always.
I'm in the void. He's here
He's
too.
always. If Scabby Man ever tells you to go on the roof, PSA, don't go on the roof.
He also he doesn't have chewing gum, and don't trust what he's giving you.
Because
he has scab tabs.
Chewing gum.
And it's just literally his scabs he's feeding you, and he'll send you to a different place.
Scabby Man is not allowed in most stores, so he can't buy the chewing gum he's telling you he will give you. So don't ever... He doesn't have chewing gum. He just doesn't. So don't take it. Yeah. Yeah, man.
It doesn't even look like chewing gum. I don't know how people fall for it. He put it in my sandwich last time.
It's called scabbing gum. They put it in your sandwich?
Yeah, he gave me a scabby sandwich, and he didn't even ask for one.
Did it have horseradish in it?
No. Mustard.
That's where you fucked up. Horseradish negates the effects of Scabby Man's scabs. Yeah, for real.
Why does Jimmy hate it so much?
Because he likes the effects of Scabby Man's scabs. He likes being scab-tabbed. So, I don't know. Yeah, Scabby Man pulls a lot of his essence from Jimmy. So because Jimmy hates horseradish, Scabby hates horseradish. Therefore, horseradish and bathing in a pool of horseradish will keep you safe from Scabby.
I feel like that would burn, though.
It probably would. Definitely.
Especially like white horseradish.
Yeah, that's all that works. You gotta bathe.
The red stuff doesn't do anything. He thinks it's funny.
You gotta put white horseradish on like lotion every morning to avoid
like it's sunscreen and you're going outside.
Right, exactly. I gotta protect myself from the demons. Horseradish.
Imagine if there was like a spray can of just
of horseradish demon protection.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like that. We should add that into. We should turn Brava into like a practical, like human killer and make it more supernatural. I read this book. It's called Monster. I think it was called Monster. It's about a guy who's an exterminator, but he's a monster exterminator essentially, like animal control, but for like the supernatural. The book was kind of. It was an easy read. It was like kind of.
Did it feel like Supernatural and like Buffy?
Not really. It was funny. It was like not that Supernatural is not funny, but it's kind of like.
I meant like the Monster a Week kind of thing, like that Buffy kept doing.
No, not quite. There were a few monsters that they were dealing with in there, but it was a consistent story. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. What?
Your name is Giggles on here.
And your name is Reverend Belland Taint of Belland Taint at Law. What?
What?
I don't know. The Church of Belland Taint.
The Church of Scrotal Day Christ? I don't know.
Scrotal Christ? What? Jesus.
I was trying to do like a Latter-day Saints thing, but I couldn't think of like with scrotal in it, but I thought it would be funny.
Latter-day Scroats? Oh, man. Latter-day Taints? Oh, that's a good one. The Church of Latter-day Taints.
Mormon audience.
Right. Goodbye. Man. Anyway. Yeah, so let's talk about what we've watched, bud. What'd you watch this week?
So I watched, since you've been like talking about like watching slashers like nonstop, I ended up watching 3 of them yesterday. I what time did I start? It must have been like 9 o'clock, and I went till like 2 a.m.
Nice. All right, that's awesome.
So I watched. Let's see. I watched Girls' Night Out from 1982. It's also called Scaremaker. It's It takes place in a what's it called? A college, like a fraternity kind of thing, and starts off with somebody like killing themselves, and then it was somebody who was like bullied, and then they came back and started doing killing and like killing people they went to class with.
Okay, gotcha.
The costume is the killer is dressed up as a bear mascot, which is like the school's mascot.
I
And,
love that costume.
The hand is like 5 serrated knives, like he's holding like a grippy thing.
Okay.
So like when he's like cutting them, it's like serrating their throat.
Jeez Louise. So it's like, is it like a hand, like a glove, kind of like a Freddy glove?
It's almost like a Freddy kind of thing, but it's not like fingers. He's like holding something that's like a glove kind of thing.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like resting in the paw of the suit.
Ah, wow. Killer. The bear costume is pretty cool. Mikey was sending me clips of that, and it is pretty funny looking.
It was
costume.
The person who wore it, he got his costumes taken.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
And then next one, Just Before Dawn.
Okay.
That's another 1981 slasher by Jeff Lieberman. It's inspired by Deliverance.
Oh, okay.
So it's like in the wilderness, there's these rednecks chasing people.
Okay.
Crazy deaths are happening.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's one of my favorites. It's very underrated, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. That sounds cool.
Code Red put it out on Blu-ray maybe a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
I had the DVD for a long time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, next one, my last one, is Doom Asylum. And this one stars, like the only other credit she has is Frankenhooker, the star Patty Mullen.
Oh, Patty Mullen, the
She's in this movie,
penthouse pet.
Yeah, so pretty much the plot of this one is an attorney and his fiancée, Judy, who's also played by Patty, get into a car wreck. And when the car wreck happens, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, God,
like,
okay.
He goes through the windshield, they crash, she does too. And like he's like trying to grab her hand, he doesn't realize her hand is off. And then she says something to him, I forgot what she said because I was like about to fall asleep when I started watching this movie.
Uh-huh.
And the hand just comes off and it starts. And then next you're in the like he's getting autopsied.
Oh, Jesus.
And he wakes up, kills the medical examiners. One of the medical examiners was eating off of the body.
Of course they were.
I wanted to say that because we always bring that up.
Dude, of course.
And then they move into this punk band, and like these punk band and these other random people move into an asylum just to like go to like a creepy asylum. Like the punk band is practicing, but they're not like a punk band. It sounds like a noise group.
Okay.
But it's like over the top, like they're like making them like every stereotype of like a far left person.
Okay.
But the weirdest thing is the main woman, like the front woman, she's dressed like Madonna.
Oh, man. Okay.
And how her friend dies, I sent it to you, is just so fucking funny where like the dialogue is so bad.
Dude, it's super political, yeah, really funny.
And like she's trying to say that like she's trying to make it seem like she's not a like on the left, and she kept saying, I voted for Reagan. No. And she, like,
right.
He does like almost like the Jason from a Jason X killer, like instead of like the like freezing ice, like the what's it called, liquid nitrogen.
Yeah,
it's like a cleaning like acid.
Gotcha.
Eats her face off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Almost
it's a funny
reminds
one.
me of a little deep red steaming hot liquid kill.
Sort of, but like the whole like front of the face melts off.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good practical. Who did the effects for that?
That'd be on IMDb, right? I don't see it on Wikipedia.
I don't know. You know, one of the things that's annoying about Wikipedia is they don't typically include
Okay, makeup department.
special effects.
Yeah. I'm on IMDb now. Special makeup effects. Vincent J. Gustatini.
Okay,
Let's see what he did.
an Italian guy maybe.
He's from New Jersey, so maybe.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, he did the effects work for Michael Mann's Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, okay.
Super Mario Brothers, Requiem for a Dream.
Well, there it is, right there, friends.
That's a weird few years right there.
We got to call out our favorite, Leguizamo.
I love him. He's good. He's a good actor, honestly.
We did that for a few episodes, like in the beginning, where we'd call out John Leguizamo when he popped up. We should keep doing that. Oh, John Leguizamo.
He's in Land of the Dead.
What?
He's in Land of the Dead.
Yeah. You know,
I liked him in American Ultra also. Have you seen that movie?
Who's in it?
Jesse Eisner and Kristen Stewart.
Oh, it's a newer movie. No.
And Topher Grace.
Is it Topher Grace?
He's in it too.
Fucking Topher Grace looking bitch. Topher Grace. No, I haven't.
Oh, it was written by what's his name? Max Landis, that piece of shit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Ultra. So pretty much, this guy thinks it's like an action comedy. This guy thinks that he has really bad anxiety, but it turns out he is a CIA asset that he doesn't even know it yet.
Oh, God.
Oh, Walter Goggins is in it too.
Yes, I have seen that. Oh, he activates, right? While
while he's working
from a convenience store.
Yeah, and his name is Mike.
Yeah, dude, that movie was fucking wild. Yeah, Carla and I watched that together. Yeah. You know what we watched not that long ago that she loved, and I was shocked that she loved it? Guns Akimbo. That was...
We saw that when it first came out. We liked it a lot.
Good. Yeah, we were really into that. But no, I was surprised she liked this one, too. She liked that movie.
Oh, yeah, so I was saying, John Leguizamo's in this. He's what's his name? Jesse Eisenberg's dealer.
Oh right, yeah. They go to his house. He's got the fancy
that cool ass
basement.
house. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the panic room basement kind of deal or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about that. Huh. I kind of forgot about
movie.
that. And Topher Grace in that movie was a huge dick.
He's the villain.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Which is funny as hell.
Right. Yeah, he just doesn't seem like a villain type, but cast whoever you want, right?
Oh, his name is Christopher. It makes sense.
What?
His name is Christopher John Grace.
Christopher John Grace. Like Topher Grace? It's Christopher John?
Yeah.
Like in real life?
Oh, he's from Connecticut, too.
Topher Grace looking bitch. I see. He's your neighbor.
He was the worst Venom, though.
Oh, yeah. I kind of forgot he was Venom. Yeah, he was awful. Do you like Tom Hardy's Venom?
I didn't see it. I heard it was
what?
I didn't see it. I don't really watch like comic book movies anymore.
Yeah, that might be
unless it's a character I really care about. I've seen the newer Spider-Man movies. I like those a lot.
I haven't.
I've seen most of the Guardians movies. I love James Gunn, so I do like those movies a lot.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I'm just not into the main Marvel stuff anymore because it's just boring. I feel like.
Dude, I can't tell you anything that's happened after Endgame. After that, I was like, okay,
I didn't like
it.
how they changed that in Infinity Gauntlet, honestly. Infinity War.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it for me after that. But I did watch. I liked his Venom. I liked Tom Hardy's Venom. I liked
him as Bane, even though that's such an overrated movie now.
Oh God. Sorry.
And it's not even the best movie of the Nolan trilogy.
No, definitely not. But he was good at that. Yeah.
It's so sad because Bane, they changed Bane's character so much in it.
Mm-hmm. They did, yeah. That
and
voice.
They mixed together him and Ra's al Ghul together too.
They did, yeah.
And it's weird because Natalia al Ghul is the mother of Batman's child, and they just kill her off in the movie, and it makes no sense. Cause
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Damien's
at all.
a thing.
Right, Damien does exist, guys. You can't just change everything.
I don't know what's up with DC, and they can't get their shit together.
I don't know, man. Well, I know that. So they brought in
James Gunn
to reform everything, and
I heard the new Superman's not going to have an origin story, which is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, because everybody fucking knows it. Jesus, stop. We know. Do something
Same with
else.
Spider-Man. Can we not?
Right? How many times do we have to see Spider-Man's origin? You know. Anyway, well.
So what did you watch? I'm sorry.
I watched a few things that were not shitty superhero movies. So this podcast has really, really gotten me inspired to watch like campy 80s slashers and whodunits, you know, those kind of movies.
Yes.
So I have been really enjoying a few like classic titles. And I just want to say, obviously we're not sponsored by anyone, but we are definitely not sponsored by Tubi, but I'm going to give a huge shout out to Tubi for having everything on that fucking platform. Almost okay. So two of these movies that I watched, all of them I watched on Tubi, but two of these movies that I watched aren't even like restored. Like they're just
I feel like they just throw everything they got at,
bro.
It.
But it's like the original experience for a couple of these, right? So the three movies I watched, I'll name them off real quick, were Fatal Games, Sleepaway Camp, and Curtains. Now,
all movies I love dearly.
Yeah, Fatal Games and Curtains are not restored whatsoever.
That's weird because there's a Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray from Synapse for Curtains.
Do you? Okay, so the one that they have on Tubi is not restored whatsoever.
They might have it on Screenbox or Shudder.
Okay,
for the better
gotcha.
Quality.
Yeah, well, anyway, the Curtains version that I watched on Tubi is not. It's like when those scenes, like at the night scenes, go like you're like in the dark, right? Like it's like.
Oh my god, that's
dude.
like I had the. Oh, I think I might have actually accidentally gave you the DVD of it. But Mad Men, the MGM
you did.
DVD.
Yeah.
The MGM DVD is all just like dark blue like that.
Yeah, it makes it such a different movie. And like Fatal Games, so like Fatal Games also not restored. So I'm watching that.
Yeah, I have a bootleg of that one. Like
and it's there's a scene where actually very interesting like kill takes place where there's a girl swimming in a pool and the killer gets underneath her with like a javelin and then like shoots himself up and stabs her. But that is like an at night scene in the like pool area, so it's really dark and the only thing that's illuminated is her swimming over you, which is really kind of trippy cinema. It was kind of neat to watch. So anyway, yeah, so those are my three. So Fatal Games was originally known as The Killing Touch or Olympic Nightmare. It came out in 1984. It's a slasher film written and directed by Michael Elliott and starring Sally Kirkland, Lynn Banashek, Sean Masterson, Michael O'Leary, Teal Roberts, and Spice Williams Crosby. The film follows a mad slasher wielding a javelin, killing off members of a high school gymnastics team. I don't know that is it a high school gymnastics team? I thought
it was a track team. If I remember.
Yeah, it was like a preparatory kind of like Olympic prep school. Anyway, so that was a really like fun sleazy movie, and I realized, unfortunately, two of these movies share a theme, and it kind of caught me off guard. So like, I'm not gonna spoil anything on Fatal Games, but yeah, I can't say anything or I'll spoil it.
Is it? It's like similar to Graduation Day.
No, the killer in Fatal Games and the killer in Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, is that kind of a reveal?
Yeah, that kind
there
of.
was that kind of reveal also in what I watched. Which one was it? Girls' Night Out.
Right. Yeah. So that was kind of a weird trope where it was like I wasn't expecting the way they twisted that kind of information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, if you guys haven't watched it, go check them out. I'm not going to spoil anything because we're not deep diving these movies.
Sleepaway Camp is a classic, though.
Yeah, Sleepaway Camp. So Sleepaway Camp, real quick rundown. It's a 1983 American slasher written and directed by Robert Hiltzik and starring Felissa Rose. Very, very young, like baby Felissa Rose.
Yes.
Was this like her first title?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, and she's worked in over 150 different films after this. So, but then Catherine Canby, Paul D'Angelo, Mike Kellen, and that was his last screen appearance for Mike Kellen.
So the way they did the ending,
Mm-hmm.
they put her like a mask of her face over a guy's face.
You're right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So my major spoiler for Mikey.
First,
I didn't spoil
originally,
it. So.
originally, I think her mom didn't want her to do it because of that. Because she was like so young at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, she's a baby in this. Yeah. So they went on to make a series out of Sleepaway Camp.
I like some of the sequels a lot.
I haven't
The second
seen
one's
any of
good.
them. Yeah, so those are on my list now, but it just focuses on a series of murders occurring at a youth summer camp with a lot of like whodunit kind of activity and really creepy
Pedophile cook.
stuff in the beginning.
He gets dealt with though.
And I mean, technically, a pedophile, like camp counselor or like director, who was about to try to sleep with a camp counselor and all kinds of stuff. So it is very campy, but tons of fun, a lot of fun, and just a good like classic like camp
That's
movie
the
too.
one where there's a knife in the wall while someone's showering and like the killer's pulling up on the knife. That's one of my favorite kills.
Yep.
in any
Yeah,
movie.
that is a very interesting one.
I get it confused with other camp slashers.
Yeah, so that one they stab through the shower curtain and slash up, kind of thing. And yeah, that was a mean camp counselor that happens to. But anyway, really interesting note on this movie. The budget was $350,000, and they made $11 million at box office. So congrats to them.
No wonder there's a whole franchise.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're making money on this. Let's go. And you know what? Actually, I don't think they're... So in Fatal Games, if they used anything to sell the movie, it was nudity, 100%. And that was what that movie was about, like seeing gymnasts and athletes naked, at least in the very beginning. And then Sleepaway Camp, I don't think had any nudity in it whatsoever.
I can't remember. I think it's just because everybody's like so young in it.
Yeah, they're all kids, even like the older counselors, there were no kind of like creepy, other than like insinuated stuff. So for them to have made so much money and not had any nudity that I can remember at all, like good on them. So
what do you think of Curtains?
Yeah, last one, Curtains, 1983. So I decided, honestly, Troy, if you're listening to this, I decided to watch Curtains because it popped out as like one of the best Canadian horror films of all time.
It's one of the weirdest Canadian movies.
Dude, yeah, it was wild. So quick synopsis, Curtains, it's a 1983 Canadian slasher directed by Richard Siepka. Is that how you say that?
That's how I pronounce it.
Yeah, and from a screenplay by Robert Guza Jr.
Well, it was also directed by somebody else too. It was two directors to that movie.
Right. So the Wikipedia only has Richard.
Do you still have that article I sent you?
Listed, but I do on my phone. So let me pull it up because I don't remember the name of the second director.
Neither do I. I always thought it was interesting that it took two directors to make that movie.
Yeah. So what's the story behind that?
I think it was just like a production thing.
Oh, was it?
I think so. I think like one director just left, another one came on.
Got you. Okay. So let's see.
It does have a different feeling through halfway through.
It does. It does change a lot. One thing I'll say. This is a this is a video. I won't be able to.
The old hag mask is awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Ooh, speaking of that kind of killer, I have a slasher movie for you, a British one.
This is a YouTube. I'm not going to be able to play it.
I sent you one from Room Work Magazine.
You did, but it's a video. It's a link to a video.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have it in text who it is. Let me see. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
Oh, no. Check out, what's his name? I forgot his last name. Hold on. No, it was a British slasher movie I saw recently. They're from the 80s. From 1978 called The Comeback. Maybe get the synopsis for this one. Alright, it's by Pete Walker. He did a lot of like different movies like House of the Ripcord, Frightmare. This one is a singer is holed up at a sinister estate to write new songs for his act. The ghost of his murdered wife begins to haunt him, and then the person who is actually killed her shows up at the mansion.
Okay.
It's like a proto slasher, but with an old like lady mask in it.
Huh.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it, man. I'm sorry. So I'm sure if I watched the YouTube video, I would figure out who that is, but it's not calling anything out. Oh, okay. Here we go. Got it. Reshoots. Finally. So the director, Siepka, left the film after disagreements with producer Simpson over stylistics and tone. At the time, Siepka abandoned the project. Only 45 minutes of viable footage had been shot, which resulted in Simpson having to take over the shoot. The final chase scene in the prop house was filmed by Simpson over a year after the initial production, as was the ending murder scene between blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to tell you who that is. Writer Robert Guza Jr. returned to the project for rewrites under Simpson's supervision. This resulted in various additional scenes being shot, many of which never made it into the final picture. Okay, so it looks like the producer, Peter R. Simpson, was the second director. And Siepka actually was not an experienced director. He was a cinematographer that was asked to direct this movie. So interesting stuff. So anyway, my thoughts on Curtains. The overall plot, like 6 actresses are supposed to go out to this mansion in the country to audition for a part, what was the name of the part? It was I
haven't seen it in so long. I don't remember the name.
Audra.
Yeah.
So they were auditioning for the role of Audra in this film by a man named Stryker. I think that's his last name.
Jonathan Stryker, yeah.
Yeah. So various things happen, but it's picking something. Someone is picking off these actresses one at a time. What I will say for this movie is that because it's a movie about acting and actresses, the acting is very good compared to a lot of like 80s slasher films.
Samantha Eggar is a really good actress.
Dude,
same with John Vernon.
There were some performances like when the girl who played the comedian ran up the stairs and stopped Stryker and said, "Just because I'm not sleeping with you," and blah 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 blah, and like going off on him. Like that was a really intensely acted scene.
She was in Black Christmas.
Yeah. And then when he threw the actress, the one act, I can't remember the main character's name.
Audra?
It wasn't actually Audra. It was Samantha.
Oh no! It was Samantha.
Yeah, Samantha Sherwood. So anyway, when he threw Samantha the mask and said, "Put this on," and was trying to push her and coax her into acting and actually being genuine, that was really intense. That was a really intense scene. So I liked the acting a lot. It kept me on my toes, and I really wasn't 100% sure who did anything until the last second, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Caught me off guard. So for Canadian film, Troy, you guys did a great job. The budget for this, unfortunately, the budget for this was $3.7 million, and the box office was only $1 million. So they lost.
And because it was in Canada, it was made with the tax money they usually do for movies.
Yeah, sure.
I wish they had that here, honestly.
Yeah, it's like New Zealand's tax breaks.
Ireland too.
Yeah, so you can make some pretty cheap movies if you go to the right places. But
well, it's not even that. The government will fund it.
Yeah. Oh, even actually, I mean, in the U.S., I think Georgia is very
Oh yeah,
cinema
that's why
forward.
everything after Walking Dead was shot in Georgia because it was so cheap to shoot there.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of incentives for filmmakers in Georgia. At least they did. But anyway, yeah. So I will say too, Curtains is the only, at least for me, film where I've seen someone get murdered while wearing ice skates and murder while wearing ice skates. That's a pretty cool scene. So
Cool fact. The band Mortician has a song called Audra where they sample it.
nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, but anyway, that's what I watched, man. That was my weekend film. So,
Awesome.
I loved it. Yeah, and again, I have really picked up pace on watching these movies because of this podcast. So that makes me happy,
Yeah, I was watching a lot of wrestling lately, so like I haven't really had a chance to watch movies.
dude. So you said you're going to
Oh
to
yeah,
something.
so I'm going to Game Changer Wrestling's event in Hartford. It's called Clean Up Man. Let me see the match lineup. It's an indie promotion. They used to be called Jersey Championship Wrestling.
Okay,
They're one of the bigger ones now for like indie wrestling.
gotcha.
So it's not like rip off characters of like what they would do like in the '90s with like indie wrestling.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna go there and be like a fake Vader or like fake Undertaker. No, it's like
Okay,
really good wrestlers.
not gonna see like Sting.
No, but you'll see like people getting thrown through like barbed wire and shit.
Nice. That's cool. Okay, nice.
I'm just trying to find the thingy.
Yeah, go ahead. You good? I'm gonna actually look through the show notes really quick because I'm picking the next one.
Yeah, I was gonna say you needed to make your choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is taking place on Saturday, and it's gonna be Utami Hayashishita. I'm so bad at Japanese names, Jesus Christ. Versus
You
Billy
sound
Starks.
like me speaking Italian.
Versus Billy Starks. She's really good. She just turned 18 and like she's killing in wrestling. It's
Okay.
crazy how like good she is and she's like so young at it. Because the next match after that has another wrestler who was a teenager, Nick Wayne. He's really good. His father was the wrestler Buddy Wayne.
Okay. Gotcha.
Some other matches. There's Nick Gage. If anyone out there listened to watch CZW in the 2000s, he's gonna face Psycho Clown from Mexico. It's gonna be fun. Probably a bloodbath for the main event.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. When is it? I'm sorry.
Sunday. Not Sunday.
Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. That's cool, man. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the fourth row
Fourth row.
from ringside. Yeah,
So you're gonna get hit in the face with like tacks and stuff.
maybe.
Nice.
I'm just kidding.
So you've been playing a lot of a new game, right?
Oh well, yeah, two of them. What's it called? About the stutter. Jesus Christ.
You're fine.
Just need a second. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been playing the new AEW Fight Forever game, and I've been playing WWE 2K23.
Okay.
They're two different kinds of games completely. Do you remember from No Mercy?
I do. Yeah. Mhm.
So AEW the game plays just like that. The head creator made all the old Aki games.
Okay.
The developer who made this was making the games with 2K for WWE, but 2019 was the last time they made it, and then after that, 2K made 2020, which is one of the worst games ever, and it almost made WWE take their license away from the game.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
The game, release day, didn't work. The wrestlers weren't working. Everything was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
They came back with 2K22. That was decent. This one's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't even play with the main roster. I download other people's creations of Japanese wrestlers. I have New Japan's whole roster in there, and then people have made the rings too for it. So it looks like I'm playing a New Japan game.
Nice. That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've also been playing Diablo 4 also.
Have you? Do you like that?
It's good so far. I like it a lot. I'm a necromancer.
Are you? All right.
Yeah.
I could see that. Okay.
Have you been playing anything?
No, not really, man. Games. are so far outside.
No,
of
I
my
understand completely. That's why the wrestling games
time.
are so easy.
Yeah, right.
Because I could just play a match, and then like, if he wakes up, then like I just throw something else on, or
Yeah.
it's easy like when just like doing that kind of stuff, like when I'm about to go to sleep, just like relaxing kind of thing.
Yeah, you know what I did? I did download on my phone. So like, okay, when like my mother-in-law and my wife, so my mother-in-law lives with us. She takes care of my daughter during the day, but at night we'll sit down. We'll all watch some TV. If they're watching something I'm not that interested in, then I'll watch my movies on my phone, or whatever.
I do that with wrestling.
Yeah, but actually, I downloaded. For those of you who don't know, if you like Grand Theft Auto, there's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is on mobile now. It's like, I don't know, $10 or something like that. But you can download the entire game, and it's all like optimized for mobile. So I'm over there like stealing cars and planes and whatever. So I have been playing that a little bit, but like as far as like actual like console games, I just don't have time anymore. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Because all I ever do is work here and clean up after you motherfuckers. Nah.
I
But
forgot to add,
yeah.
I think you'll like this. In Fight Forever, there's a deathmatch mode.
Really? Okay.
And then there's it's called the Lights Out mode, or Lights Out match, and then there's a exploding barbed wire deathmatch also.
Exploding barbed wire.
Okay, so 90s Japanese company FMW came up with a so all the like in ECW they had like a match where like all the barbed wire was instead of ropes.
Yep.
So think of that with a time bomb on it, and they had that in Japan for a while.
Okay.
And they did it in AEW recently, but it wasn't that good because like there was like errors in the production. But in the game, it's crazy, and the amount of blood you lose in the game from like getting hit with weapons and stuff, and like. If you remember the old No Mercy games,
Yeah.
There's like 50 different weapons you can either pull from the crowd or under the ring.
Okay.
Thumbtacks are one of them they added.
Dude, I was just watching a little clip the other day of
Was the one I sent you?
No, this was, I think it popped up on like Facebook Reels or something. It was The Undertaker and
Mankind?
Mankind. Did you see that one where they were just sitting talking about the
Oh no, I haven't seen that. No, I don't really watch like WWE stuff anymore.
No, it just popped up. But they were like watching their old match where he was getting slammed into
Plus, the Undertaker's kind of a Nazi.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen the picture of him wearing the SS shirt?
I have. You sent that to me. Yes, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Just gonna say that right there.
Yep, we'll just leave that there. So he's a piece of shit, but whatever. Anyway, they were talking about that. So,
that match is really brutal. I love that match.
So apparently, according to TheRinger.com, the 20 best barbed wire matches in pro wrestling history are Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley.
That was a good one.
Sabu versus Terry Funk.
Oh
in
God,
1997.
Sabu ended up having to use super glue to close his wounds after the show.
Oof.
That's like one of the best ECW matches.
Honestly, I don't know these. I didn't ever watch like Impact. LAX versus OVE or OVE.
Ohio over everything. It was a faction there. That was during a time when I didn't really watch Impact.
Yeah.
But some of the members I do know, like Sami Callihan. LAX was like... Do you know who Homicide is?
No.
Oh. He was kind of like New Jack. He was supposed to debut with New Jack in ECW, but he didn't. But he's kind of a technical wrestler, too.
Okay, gotcha.
He had a group called the Latin American Exchange.
Huh.
Yeah. It was like a gang warfare match. Like
Gotcha.
barbed wire kind of thing. Like factions going at each other.
Gotcha. We'll skip to the top three. So Homicide versus Steve Corino in 2003.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes. Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Looks like
I
they
have
have
that DVD.
the full match.
I think ROH put it up there.
Oh, Jerry Lawler versus Dutch Mantle, 1982.
I can't stand Dutch Mantel. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. And number one, Japanese names.
Here we go. I think I might know this.
Atsushi and Anita versus Terry Funk.
Atsushi, Yeah, Onita versus
Atsushi?
Funk. Yes.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce his name. I know.
1993.
He was the owner of FMW. He was one of the
Yeah.
innovators of like the death match. He started in Deep South, like wrestling, and he saw how they were doing like hardcore matches in America in the 80s,
Yeah.
and he brought it to Japan and he made it into like death matches.
Okay.
And then ECW kind of copied it from there.
Gotcha. Yeah, this one, it looks like it was the FMW 4th anniversary show in 93 where this one took place. So that is supposed to be number 1. I have not watched any of these. So honestly, man, I never got that deep into wrestling outside of when I was maybe in my like 13, 14, 15, 16, age range. And it was all like, WWE. Like I was really into that with a friend. Like we would watch, SmackDown or Raw or whatever. So you have like a very in-depth knowledge of wrestling.
Yeah, I started watching when I was like 6 with my grandma and my dad.
Your grandma?
Yeah, my grandma Leah. You never met her. She was the one who passed away when I was like a kid.
Okay, well let's talk about that because she was.
She
into
loved
wrestling?
watching she loved watching WCW.
Oh man.
So me and my dad and her would watch WCW. Then there was a while where I got in trouble in 2nd grade for telling the teacher to suck it. So I couldn't watch WWF anymore. So like I watched mostly WCW and ECW at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like because of like WCW and they had like them and ECW had deals with like Japan and Mexico, I found all these talents, and then I found like New Japan and all these other companies, or like CMLL in Mexico, and I've kind of just like been obsessed with wrestling in general because there are a lot of fans who are just WWE fans, and a lot of them are good, but there's this like toxic fan base that's in like wrestling fan base online.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point where like I don't like talking about wrestling online.
Yeah.
Because people are so negative and so tribal about it, and it's really weird.
Yeah.
Like there are these people who like will shit on a wrestler for leaving WWE and saying they hope they die in a death match getting HIV because their favorite wrestler is not in WWE anymore.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's why.
It's like a spiteful girlfriend kind of, like a spiteful ex kind of thing. Or I don't like you anymore anyway, kind of thing. It is. Because like you'll see it like a few months before, oh, this person's the best. They leave WWE, they're the fucking shits, I hope they die.
Jesus Christ, that's intense. Bro, that's pretty toxic. That's pretty toxic.
It's not just like the WWE audience either. It's just like there's a segment of the WWE audience that are like super hardcore about what they watch, and they're like praying for the downfall of everything else and saying like New Japan is like indie wrestling.
Interesting.
And it's like the 2nd biggest company in the world for wrestling.
Huh. Okay. Gotcha.
Do you see what I mean when I say it's like a spiteful thing?
Yeah, it sounds tribal. Sounds like tribalism for sure.
And WWE revises history of wrestling too a lot.
Yeah, well, I think that they probably like to be portrayed in the right light. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So,
like not talking about how they killed Owen Hart.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah.
He's in Fight Forever.
Is he?
Yeah, his wife Martha got a deal with AEW for the Owen Hart Foundation.
Yeah.
To be in the game, and they have a tournament every year now.
That's cool.
For it.
I like that.
I think it's if you beat 100 characters in the game, you're able to unlock them.
Nice. Cool.
And it's his old his 80s outfit, like his like really bright blue color that he also wore in Japan.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's awesome, man. I love that. That's great. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool though. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I feel like we should talk more wrestling, but it would have to be more me interviewing you about stuff.
Yeah, it's just like I don't really like talking about wrestling online because like I don't want to like bring the crazies out.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. That makes sense. If any of you listening to us are crazy wrestling fans, that's okay. We love you anyway.
Like that guy who was stalking me and stalking this page for a while.
Oh, was that a wrestling fan?
Yeah, he was a WWE fan.
Oh, no.
He got mad at my friend for saying he didn't like WWE because of like how Vince McMahon acted in real life.
Yeah.
So like you can see his whole like Twitter is literally just calling people fat or making fun of them for not liking WWE.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. That is wild.
Grown men just spending their whole fucking day crying about wrestling.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to do.
The worst part is, it's not even stuff they watch.
Ah, right.
They don't know what's going on, but they'll say like something is happening in the ring, or like, oh, this wrestler doesn't sell moves, and he just gets up and doesn't do anything.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, that's all right. Well,
And then you have like guys like Disco Inferno, if you remember him. Like him and like Val Venus online, just like stirring up those idiots and like making it far worse.
Hey, speaking of online and Twitter, how are you doing?
I am okay. I mean, like the other one, the one with the X on the end of it is still banned for 3 days. But the one I just made the other day is good, but like
Yeah.
that whole new like restricted thing,
Okay.
I can only post like 3 times a day because it's a new account, and I only can like follow 20 people at a time.
Okay. Gotcha.
So if you guys are out there and you see Mikey 2 Mutant, that's me.
What is it? Mimey?
Mikey. Okay. I quickly typed that, and I only realized after I sent you the screenshot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mikey sent me a screenshot of a new Twitter that he made that was like Mimey 2 Mutant. And I was like, okay, that's cute. I like it. Mimey, but I guess that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Stop getting put in Twitter prison, and then you'll be all right. Holy shit.
It's the weirdest thing. I was calling an anti-Semite a bitch. They were posting pictures of business owners in Hollywood saying they were Jewish with Jewish
shit.
question Holocaust stuff.
Oh my God. People are
That's
fucking
fine.
wild.
That's fine.
Right, but you can't call them a bitch.
Someone tells me I'm subhuman because I'm Jewish, but I can't call them a bitch,
Right. Yeah, well, I think we all know how that platform is geared anyway. So.
Yeah, it's going to die soon.
What's in the chat? Did you type back?
I did.
Ah, yes. Well, hey, I wanted to call out one thing. We're at like, let's see where we're at in time. It's almost been an hour, so our break's almost up. But I did want to call out one thing. This is like a non-related kind of deal, but it kind of hit home because it's about kind of where I grew up. So there was a young man. I'm not 100% sure of the status of this person's like identity or like gender identity, but they preferred the name Jacob, and their last name was Williamson. They're 18 years old, who went missing on June the 30th from where they lived, which was in Lawrence, South Carolina. So I grew up maybe 30 minutes from there.
Why did I always think you lived in North Carolina?
I don't know. No, South Carolina, to where I grew up. So I planned on putting out hey, if you're the last place that they were seen was in North Carolina. It's like Monroe County or something like that. So I was going to say like, hey, keep an eye out. This is what this person looks like. But unfortunately, as of today, this person, Jacob, was found dead, deceased. And a man and a woman have been taken into custody. I don't know. I don't want to stir up anything, and I don't want to, get people riled up because there is no definitive answer on why this happened yet. But a lot of inference can be made. Again, this person preferred going by the name of Jacob, and all over social media, from their family to GoFundMe's to the police report, continuously calling them Miss and referring to them by another name, which
Are
they
there
didn't.
blue check marks saying terrible things in there too?
No. This is not on Twitter. This is only on Facebook.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot of support, but just maybe a lot of maybe possibly a dead name. I'm not 100% sure. But I did want to say rest in peace to Jacob Williamson from Lawrence, South Carolina. And I really hope that this wasn't a hate crime, but it made me very, very sad to hear about. And again, I was going to say keep an eye out if you happen to live in North Carolina or on the East Coast. But unfortunately, as of today, 3 hours ago, it was announced by that Monroe Police Department that Jacob was found deceased. So rest in peace, Jacob. Anyway, that is a dark note, but I did want to call it out. So, yeah. Well, Mikey, have you eaten all your snacks?
I didn't have any snacks.
You didn't eat lunch?
No, I've been busy.
It's the fucking break room. What, you been talking too much?
Yeah, I've been drinking this Monster Chaotic.
Yeah, so Mikey doesn't actually eat food. All he does is drink energy drinks, and that sustains him and his anxiety. No, I'm kidding.
It's funny, though. Like, it doesn't affect that at all.
That's good. For me, it does, bro. When I was working at like a pizza delivery place, like, I don't know, a decade ago, and I was drinking like a full-size Monster every day. Fuck Monster. If you've listened to the show.
One right now.
Oh, not Monster. Sorry. Monster is fine. I was thinking Red Bull, and I said Monster. So Dylan cut that out. But I was drinking.
I don't see this on YouTube.
Like a 24-ounce Monster. Not Monster. God damn it.
I have 2 of those in my fridge.
Red Bull. A day, and my heart would like flutter, and I'd get all shaky and like nervous. So it really affected
That's how I
me.
am without it. And
Holy
without
shit,
like
bro.
other plant-based things.
Plants? What kind of plants are you talking about?
Like greens of plants. Sometimes purple.
Did you just say Lee Greenwood?
I'm proud to be American. At least I know I'm free.
Proud to
You know what's
be
funny?
an
When that first song
American,
came
where
out-
at least I can smoke leaves.
It's really weird. I was a fan of that song when it first came out when I was a kid.
Were you?
It was just like an earworm kind of thing.
What a cute, patriotic little Jewish boy. I love that.
Yeah, where'd that go?
Well, I can tell you where that went. Probably the same place my patriotism went, but whatever. Dylan, cut all this shit out.
Yeah, I don't want the NSA to come here.
They might. I mean, I don't know. They're probably already listening to you, you extremist.
On my phone.
Yeah, if they're listening to Papa Elon, they're coming for you next. So, because he
How
keeps
else will
putting
he
you
get
in
his
jail.
subsidies for Tesla?
What?
What?
What'd you say?
I said, how else will Tesla make money unless the government pays them?
Jeez Louise. Anywho, well, that's been the break room. Holy fuck. We talked
We
about
can talk about something else too. I mean, like, we ended it really dark.
We did. All right, let's talk about something light. So what we're going to talk about next is, even though we're on a break and you guys keep interrupting us, even though we've been enjoying ourselves, chilling, having a good old time, you just keep staring at us. You just keep listening in. I don't know. Are you stalkers? Maybe. That's fine. I love you. Do you love me? Next week, we are going to be talking about 2 of probably my favorite movies of all time.
And mine too.
And definitely
The second one's my favorite movie of all time.
Bro, I would say definitely my favorite franchise of all time.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen the newest one yet?
I haven't. Have you?
Me neither, no. It's on my watch list on Amazon.
Yeah. So, Mikey, take it away. What are we talking about next week?
We are going to be talking about Evil Dead 1 and 2.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, hold on. Wait. Pause. Hold on. That's fucking right, guys. Evil Dead 1 and 2. All right, cool.
It's funny. We're like, while we're doing this show, we're going through the movies we watch on our first movie night each time.
I know. I love
Dead
it.
Alive, Reanimator, Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, man. Yeah, such a good time. Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be a fun episode. We hope you guys come back for that. And again, these break room episodes, it's really for us to chill, hang out, talk about things that we don't normally get to talk about. I think maybe we will. Well, we have a lot of movies on the list, but maybe on the next break room episode, it'll line up with when's Mortal Kombat supposed to drop?
September-ish? Like
September-ish?
sometime in September.
Yeah, well, so
I don't know yet because I'm like waiting to get a PS5 before that. But
I got you. I know you're gonna keep up with that though, because that's
of course.
like one of your. Is that your favorite video game franchise?
I would say, yeah, actually, it's the one I played the most next to like Tony Hawk. I mean, I played other games like RPGs. Like I love Dark Souls 2, I love.
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma, that kind of stuff. But Mortal Kombat's been a game I played like nonstop.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think on one of the next few Breakroom episodes, we'll have to make time to talk about Mortal Kombat or shit. Maybe we give ourselves an episode where we talk about a video game. I'm cool with that.
September 19th, 2023.
Nice. Not too far, man. Better start saving up for that PS5, buddy.
My son's birthday is coming up then, like around then.
You gonna get him a PS5?
Oh yeah, 3-year-old birthday, you get a PS5.
That's right. It's not for dad at all, Mom. Okay.
Well, she'll be playing Mortal Kombat too. She likes it too.
Nice. Good for you. That's awesome, man. Well, anyway, yeah, we should get back to work. Balthazar, I think. Oh shit, I can kind of see him.
I think he went
there.
home.
Did he just fucking leave?
Yeah, he didn't even clock out.
Bro, that demon just does whatever the fuck he wants. I'm not gonna lie.
This is why I don't want to be a manager anymore, dude.
So
I'm not
hard.
here to babysit anybody.
Right? And like, you think managing a like human staff is tough? Try managing like a fucking demon and a sleep paralysis.
He doesn't even know what rules are. It's scary.
It's wild. Yeah, he'll just do whatever, man.
Sometimes he comes in with no fur on him. I'm scared.
No fur?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like he's just showing off his, you know.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what it is. His his downstairs mixed up business. You know, the downstairs mixed up business. Do you love me? I'm old Greg. Don't leave me hanging. You've seen old Greg, right?
Yes, I love old Greg. I was just about to do a spit take. I didn't want to like spit all over my computer.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I was like,
drinking
oh my
Monster,
god.
and you said old Greg, and I.
You know what, motherfuckers? Right now in this episode, I'm gonna play the whole
out of the shoe?
old Greg little skit right here. You're welcome.
Those guys are funny.
They are. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed our break room, and I hope you guys will come back next time when we talk about Mikey and I's arguably best and most favorite franchise of all time, Evil Dead 1 and 2. We're going to focus in on.
Swallow the soul.
Dude. Yeah, we should probably get back in the front. There's like a line building up out there. So.
Oh, man, there is.
Yeah. All right. Peace, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye. Bye.